With the recent spoiler of Avatar Aang, I was wondering if I was able to transform Avatar Aang into Aang, Master of Elements. Does their cost reduction only apply to colored mana symbols for the spells that I cast? Let's look at what Aang, Master of Elements cost reduction does. It states spells you cast cost Wooburg less to cast. For this, we can look at CR 118.7c. If a cost is reduced by an amount of colored mana that exceeds its mana component of that color, the cost mana component of that color is reduced to nothing, and the cost generic mana component is reduced by the difference. This is different than a card like Morophon the Boundless, which explicitly states this effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay. What does that mean for cost reduction? Let's take a card like Sarah Angel. It has a mana cost of 2 white pips and 3 generic mana. If we have Aang, Master of Elements cost reduction, it will reduce the cost of the Angel by 1 white mana pip, and then we can use the remaining reduction and apply it to the remaining generic mana. We would then be required to pay just 1 white mana to cast the card. What about additional or alternative costs? Does Aang, Master of Elements reduce those as well? For that, we can look at CR 601, casting spells, and then we can focus on 2 parts of the spell casting process. After proposing to cast a spell, you determine additional or alternative costs. This would include things like kicker or buyback. You announce your intention to pay those costs, then, during the casting process, you determine what the total cost of the spell will be. For example, if we cast Capsize with buyback, the total cost of the spell I need to pay is 2 blue mana and 4 generic for a total of 6 mana. We then apply all cost increasers and then cost decreasers. This is where we would apply Aang's cost reduction, and that would then make the cost of Capsize with buyback 1 blue mana. Wow! A transformed Aang is going to be so powerful when it's released, especially with reducing tons of alternative and additional costs.